Okay, let's get going. What we're going to do today is we're going to do some photo restoration in Photoshop Creative Cloud. So this is the photo that we're going to restore. It's going to probably take a couple sessions to fix this. You can see this area up here in the kind of top right, or sorry, top left corner is completely missing. So not 100% sure how I'm going to build that, but I do have a couple of ideas that I'm going to try. The encouraging thing about this picture is if we actually split it right in half, we do have half of the vehicle here that we can flip over. If we take the child's face, split that in half, we do have this section of her face that we can flip over. So I'm pretty confident that I can probably build this photo from about here down. Up here, well, like I said, I have some ideas that we'll work on. We'll see how they fare out. So what I want to do right now is basically I just want to, like, I'm going to start with all the easy stuff first, color correcting, the contrast, trying to get the photo looking good with just the filters that I have. So I'm going to look at the image size just really quickly here. What do we got? Change it to inches. So it's not a very big photo, although the resolution is nice and high, which means I have something to work with. So I'm going to change it to a 8x10, which gives me a little bit bigger final product. I mean, I can probably do it at the end, but I like doing it now. So this will actually cause the photo to get bigger. So I'm going to go view, I'm going to go fit on screen. So yeah, this is starting, So what I want to do too is I want to actually, what I like to call washing the photo, or I'm gonna actually try and remove a lot of these spots and a lot of these scratches. There's a crease right here, some damage here. Like this photo needs a lot of work, a lot of edge damage here. So yeah, this might be a couple of part series. I'm going to try some just basic stuff and see what happens before I actually have to go in and start really mucking around with it. So if I go auto color, what does it do? Okay, so it doesn't really do a whole lot. So I'll go back and I'll undo auto color. I just don't like I don't like a lot of layers in my history. Auto contrast might just because it deals with blacks. Yeah, okay, so it's not really going to do much. So I'll go back. I'll just delete that. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I actually want to save this file. So I'm going to actually save this, and I'm going to call it girl in front of car. And I'll go save. I want to save it at the highest resolution that I can, so there. So now as I'm working along here, I can just Control S until I get a lot of saves in. And then what I'll do is I will call it girl in front of car 2, and then I'll save, and then I'll call it girl in front of car 3. This way I've got like sections of saved files. If anything happens, I can always go back. So okay, so let's try adjusting some exposure, I'm just going to play around here and see. The key is to not get too crazy with your levels. You'll notice a lot of times when I'm using sliders and using my levels and all that, I'm moving very, like, it's fractions. I don't like to over filter or over adjust a photo. But what I will do is, I know I might want to move it to 3, but I move it really drastic because I want to actually see the change before I physically start introducing the change. So as I come in and look at it and I go, okay, that's too much. You don't want to crush it right down where you're removing all the texture and all the image out of the photo. But you want to kind of make it look a little richer. See, that's a wash, obviously. So, and the thing too is that you don't want to beautify it so much that it stops looking like that image. I mean, there's a lot of people, I've worked with clients that you know, they want the photo to look the same. They just want it cleaned. So see, that's looking nice now. See, that took all that yellowing out of the image, which I think it would probably be okay. So now what I'm going to do is I want to go in here and I want to start kind of washing, like cleaning these areas up and that. I'm going to do just basic stuff before I actually start tackling this area and then flipping this side over to this side. Yeah, and I'll use my clone tool. I'll actually increase it a bit. Now this is where you're going to probably want to zoom into the image a bit. So square brackets left and right increase or decrease your tool. Alt on the clone will actually designate the area that you want to start using in the clone. So I'm going to actually just hit my Z for a second. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. Yeah, that's good like that. And then go back to my clone, which is shortcut is S. So Alt. Now, I'll just show you if I see how it cleans the spots out. Now you can also imagine with a photo like this, the amount of these spots, the amount of time that's going to actually physically be spent doing this. So, but see, already starting to look nice. I'll just lower that down a bit. Clean that, so that, I mean, it definitely has potential. This picture has a lot of potential, and I'm confident that I'll be able to do something with this upper part here. That's where everything is missing. I mean, there's lots of pictures I can get online of old cars and all that. I'm curious to see what we can do with it. Now for this line here, I always like to look for a clean spot, grab it, come down, and then just keep coming down. See, it's looking cleaner already. Now, like I said before, you don't want to overdo it, because when you overdo it, then it starts kind of looking like it's had work done to it. And part of the thing I like to do is I don't want people looking at my restoration or looking at my photo and go, oh, that looks like it's had work done to it. I want them looking at it and thinking that it's just the natural image from when it was taken. So I will leave a little bit of imperfection in it. What I'm trying to do is just all the really obvious spots I'm trying to take out, but I kind of like the that kind of old look, you know. Definitely scratches and tears and creases from a photo. I will definitely take them out. I won't remove like facial scars or imperfections in the actual person's face unless the client actually asks me to. I'm not gonna, you know, an example was that I had a client that had this picture of her mother, who is in her mid to late 80s, and the way the light was hitting her was really nice, but unfortunately it did accentuate some wrinkles in her face. So I softened the wrinkles. I'm not going to say I actually removed them, because I could have taken that lady and made her look like she was 29. That wasn't my objective, because people would have looked at it and they would have went, what's going on here? I mean, they would have that's where, you know, you're getting kind of too involved in the picture, and I just don't think you should be doing that. Once again, unless the client asks for it. If the client asks for it, then have at her, you know. So I'm just gonna come out a bit and take a look. See, that's already starting to look really nice and clean right in this area. So what I can do too is, if I want to blend this, I can create another layer. I can completely wash this clean, and then with my opacity, I can actually bring the other layer back a bit and create that a little softer look. So I'll just show you. So down here, if I actually go create another layer, so I've got another layer, or actually better yet, I'm gonna delete that. I'm going to actually duplicate that layer, and I'm going to actually call it picture.